Hello, this is Ernest Jessup. Welcome to part 4 of this tutorial series on updating the inventory of our 2-in-1 and 2D1, 2D2, 2D3 qualified officers. Okay, so in the last video we exported a spreadsheet from RFMT with all of the officers that contain one of those AQDs. Okay, so if that yellow bar is at the top, just go ahead and click Enable Editing. For me, it's not there, so good to go. And as a reminder, I'm going to drag over what the actual current inventory looks like. So I'm pulling that spreadsheet over. All right, so in this one, there are 2,519 records. I'm going to scroll to the bottom of this list. And you'll see that there actually is indeed 2,519 based on this total row. So what I would like to do is I like to just copy and paste, because I already have my columns aligned, and I'll see if I can do this here to make it easier to view. Looks like it's not going to let me the way that I have my display setups, so bear with me. I'm going to switch to single display. Okay. All right, I'm just going to minimize a couple things. So at the top here we have the tracker. At the bottom we have the data that was extracted from RFMT. So I have a name column, check, and what I'm doing is I'm making sure they align with the tracker. So name followed by rank, designator, email, pay, TRUIC, unit title, NRA, and NRA title. It's important that you get these aligned, because when I copy and paste, I want to make it simple. I just want to copy from my exported data, and I just want to paste it over my tracker. Okay, so let's go back to the tracker, and one thing that we need to do is update the file name. So the file name, I tend to put the date first, followed by my title. So I want to save this as today's date. Okay, so let's go ahead and change the prefix of this file to today's date, which is 05/19/2019, and leave the rest. Okay. All right, so now I'm working with a new spreadsheet. All right, let's pull up the data that was exported from RFMT. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to highlight the exported data columns. Make sure that I have them all. Okay, it looks like I is the last column. So from Alpha 3 all the way down to India 2,628, I'm going to copy. Okay, so you should have the marching ants looking dashes. And I'm going to go over to my first record. Okay, and I'm going to paste Control V the data. All right. If you did everything correctly, you'll see the last column, which we did not have from RFMT because we had the code. If you remember, it takes NRA code. NRA code is actually what pertains to the ISIC. So it takes the NRA code, uses a VLOOKUP for the ISIC column, which is kilo. I like to also paste as plain text, or just paste values. That way, it doesn't have any other elements that come with it, so that the data can be translated correctly. But as you can see, everything looks good. And if I scroll down, well, at first the heading, which is reading from that total, is just simply saying that now we have 2,626. So we've had an increase in the number of officers that hold one of these AQDs. All right. There we go. We got our dashboard. We want to refresh the data. Okay, so what you do is you simply go to the data tab on the horizontal window, and you press refresh. So let's keep an eye on it. Right now it says 931. We refresh all. It's going to refresh our pivot tables, and that number has jumped to 978. All right, so Norfolk has done really well for since the last poll, which was back in March. We want to save our file so that the data is updated and saved. And just a hint, whatever state you save your spreadsheet in, that's what it's going to appear as to the user when they open it. So I like to hide my ribbon and also my formula bar. So I'm going to go to View and hide that formula bar on this main dashboard. That way when the user comes, I save it, they'll just be presented with a clean interface. Okay. Let's scroll to the top of this as well. Save it one more time. Okay, so there we have an updated poll from RFMT. There are no errors on the table, and everything looks good. So let's go ahead and upload this to our portal. I'm going to close the spreadsheet, and let's exit RFMT and just go to My NRH. Let's navigate to the N7 page. Okay, once you're on the N7 homepage, just look for the 2-in-1 AQD by Robo Yeoman. Let's click on that. You'll see the old inventory, which was dated March. We'll be deleting that file later, but for now, let's just click somewhere in. I've hidden the upload document link, so if you click somewhere in the table, this horizontal ribbon should appear at the top of your screen. You can upload a document. Choose a file, and I'm going to my desktop where I saved the file. And here's our May 19th file. Let's go ahead and save that. Okay, and you'll see that we now have a file with a little new SharePoint new icon, and now we can delete the old file. So I'm just going to click on the checkbox that's next to the file name, and up at the ribbon there's a delete document. You could also just hover over the file to the right here, and you'll see that delete's also an option. Okay, so now it's part of the library. Okay, and you can see the modified date reflects today's date. I'm going to click on the Force 2-in-1 inventory, and there we have it. You have the dashboard with the metrics that are updated, and then you also have the Members tab where the deputies or designated reps can come in and verify that the member possesses one of the AQDs. All right, I hope this tutorial was helpful. This is the end. You may find a faster way to do this. Go for it. And otherwise, feel free to use this method. It's worked for me. And thanks for watching.